Hello everyone and welcome to the detailed deep learning program. Today I'll show you the implementation of perceptron. We'll see how to use optimizer in a code, how to choose learning rate, and how to improve our model results, right? So if you guys are familiar, in my last class I've told you that we are getting this RMSE, right? So this is the RMSE which we are getting when we write a code for perceptron. So our today's task is to reduce this RMSE in order to improve our model's performance. So for that I'll be using optimizer, I'll use learning rate, I'll show you each and every functionality today. So let's begin. So these first few lines are similar because we are working on that code only. So W is a weight, B is a bias, X and Y are, X is input, Y is output. These two are placeholders. That simply means we'll assign values at the time of execution. Initial value of weight is 0.2 and initial value of bias is minus 0.2. You can change these values. This can be anything. Okay. After that this is the code for perceptron. We are executing the code and linear model is a predicted Y value, right? Now after that, see over here. What I'm doing is we are calculating the error. We are using RMSE over here and we are calculating the errors. And see, till now we have just built a graph. Now if you want to see the output, we need to run the graph, right? So s dot run, right? S is a variable in which we have stored a session and dot run is a command by which we can execute our code. Loss is a variable in which we have written a code for calculating a loss. And as X and Y, if you remember, X and Y are placeholder. That means we need to provide the values of X and Y over here. So this is the X value. X means input, and what we are telling our algorithm is that for these X values, these are the Y values. These are the actual Y values. That simply means we want to train our model in such a way that for these input values, our algorithm should predict these outputs. But we were getting error. We were getting RMSE of 20.16. That means the difference between the actual Y value which we have mentioned over here and the predicted Y value which our model predicted doesn't match. So the error is 20.16. Now let's reduce this error. Now how we can reduce the error? By updating the weights, and we'll check the error again. Okay, so let's update the weight. So for updating the weights, I have told you like we will be using optimizer, right? So there are different kind of optimizers in deep learning. So today I'm not going to discuss all of them. In my separate class I'll tell you each and every optimizer, but for today's class we are using one of the optimizer which is gradient descent optimizer. Okay, so this optimizer is present in TensorFlow. Under TensorFlow we have a module with the name of train. Under that train module we have this optimizer, gradient descent optimizer, and in these parentheses over here we are mentioning a learning rate. So guys, if you remember from my previous class of optimizer, over there I've told you that we will start with a very small value of learning rate. So that can be 0.01 or 0.001. So I'm choosing 0.01 over here. You can write any value whatever you feel like. Okay, so this is the learning rate and this is the optimizer we use. And in next line we are saying in a train variable we are writing optimizer. Which optimizer is this? This optimizer in which we have called our optimizer and we have mentioned our learning rate. Dot minimize. We are telling our optimizer that we want to minimize. What we want to minimize? The data which is present in loss. What is there in loss? If you remember, loss variable is having a loss function. So we are using a optimizer to minimize the loss. Okay, now Guys, from a previous class, if you remember, I have told you the concept of epoch also. Epochs means how many times you want to update the weights, how many times you want to retrain your algorithm to learn anything, to learn about your data set. So, for retraining, I'm using a for loop, okay, for I in range 1000. That simply means I want to update the weight 1000 times. That means I want to train my algorithm 1000 times with different weight. Every time we will update the weight and we'll calculate the loss function, and then we'll again update the weight and we'll calculate the loss function. We'll repeat this process 1000 times. We'll train our algorithm, retrain our algorithm 1000 times. Okay. After retraining our algorithm 1000 times, now again we are predicting the y values. Now let's see over here. Linear model, remember this variable, guys? This is the variable which is multiplying weights into inputs and adding bias in it. So what we are saying is we want to have predicted y values. So for that we need to run this variable, and we are giving x values, and these are the actual y values. And after running, we are getting these four values, right? So these are the predicted y values, and we got these values after 1000 iterations, after 1000 epochs. Now let's see, if you'll see the very first value, minus 5.48. So, but actual y value is 0. Now the second actual y value is minus 1. Now over here, see, we are also getting predicted y value. Our model also predicted the same value as actual value. Now let's see the third value, minus 2. Over here we are getting minus 1.9. This is again very close to the actual y value. After that, the last value is minus 3, and we are getting minus 2.9. This is again very close to the actual y value. Now you can see our predicted y values are very close to our actual y values. That means this time we will get a less RMSE. Our error will reduce this time, because the difference between our actual values and the actual y values and the predicted y values are very less. So let's see how much error we are getting now, how much loss is there. So over here we are getting calculating the loss, and this time we are getting RMSE of 4.66. So that means after using gradient descent optimizer, our loss got reduced from 20.16 to 4.66. This is how we use, we update our weights by using optimizers and learning rates, right? And we can train our algorithm on one dataset again and again in order to improve the accuracy, in order to improve the model performance. So guys, now what I want is you also execute this code yourself, and try to use different learning rate and see how your code behaves, right? So thank you for